3 iPhone 17 Pro features that have me really contemplating upgrading. I'm in for an update perhaps this year, and I'm eyeing Apple's incoming iPhone 17 series, and more particularly, the iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max. The Pro Max versions are usually tempting to me due to the battery, but oddly enough, I've also been thinking of opting for the smaller variant this time. The iPhone 17 Pro may offer all the enhancements that the Pro Max provides, but in a slightly smaller form. And a few of the features plus the smaller, lighter body are absolutely enticing me right now. Why I'm contemplating upgrading to the iPhone 17 Pro. 1. Upgraded 48 megapixels telephoto camera. Like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, speculation has said that there will be a new telephoto camera, now with a 48 megapixels resolution. I've been admiring more and more telephoto capabilities on smartphones, and I continually see wonderful and innovative ideas for images that I miss owing to rocking an aged now iPhone 13 Pro Max and its not-so-good telephoto camera. Plus, a 48 megapixels resolution implies the zoomed-in images will be of superior quality, something that my crappy iPhone 13 Pro Max can't truly claim about. The greater resolution also means I can broadcast them on social media and enjoy the wow factor from catching a faraway and extremely adorable squirrel. And sure, I'm enamored with that squirrel, and I really want to snap a decent shot of it. It resides in the park near my home. 2. It's smaller than the Pro Max, 6.3-inch display. The primary reason why I may be converting to a Pro and not a Pro Max this year is the size and weight. The iPhone 17 Pro is believed to weigh a little bit under 200 grams. 199 grams is among the rumors at present, while the Pro Max may come in at approximately 230 grams. Also, the size is significant here. 6.3 inches versus 6.9 inches on the Pro Max. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm becoming extremely bored of my iPhone not fitting in my pockets, any of them, not just those in my slim fit jeans, and of me having to carry a bag particularly for the phone. And I'm growing even more gravely bored of being nearly compelled to use my AirPods every time during a prolonged chat, as the huge and enormous iPhone 13 Pro Max pulls my arm into a muscular spasm. Why I chose a Pro Max model in the first place was the battery, since I disliked battery anxiety more than I hated carrying a backpack at the time. However, the iPhone 17 Pro is also likely to offer excellent battery life. Yep, the rumor about a large battery on the Pro Max is there. Okay, but the iPhone 16 Pro has adequate battery life. So, even if Apple improves the battery on the iPhone 17 Pro by a small amount, it may be enough. 3. Better selfie camera, 24 megapixels. Another rumor concerning the iPhone 17 Pro and the whole iPhone 17 series is an enhanced selfie camera. I've been snapping selfies with my new dog every minute, well, so that may be an overstatement, so having a good quality selfie camera is becoming a requirement for me. Not that the 13 Pro Max's selfie camera is bad, but it's 12 megapixels, and it feels oldish. The second lighting goes a little weaker. That's when quality decreases considerably, and my dog and I appear like we snapped a selfie in 2005. So sure, an improvement in this regard would certainly be great, and truly entices me to ponder about the iPhone 17 Pro. Well, it appears now that I think of it, the only trade-off when I compare the Pro with the Pro Max is the enormous battery life. The iPhone 17 Pro Max may keep the lights on for substantially longer than the Pro, but the fact that the iPhone 16 Pro is already fairly excellent in our testing means that I may not need a Pro Max as much as I feel like I would. The truth is, battery life is hard for me to give up, but it's not like I'm upgrading to an iPhone 8. And very perhaps, the iPhone 17 Pro will perform better than my 13 Pro Max in this respect anyhow. My 13 Pro Max is really practically in need of a battery replacement at the moment. Other than battery life, there's also the weird new redesign that has been in the rumors for months now. Reportedly, Apple may transform the camera bump into a camera island, a gigantic thing spreading over the top half of the phone. I may accept the design trade-off, however, since I would probably glance at the design just in the beginning and then utterly forget about it as I grow acclimated to the new iPhone. Will the iPhone 17 Pro be worth it for me? Well, enough. It appeared so at the time. There's also going to be a new processor, A19 Pro. The new iOS 26 will balance out the design for me. iOS 26 is wonderful in my view, and the size may be my primary factor. Also, there's the fact that the iPhone 17 Pro costs less than the Pro Max, which is also helpful in the present economic situation, and you don't lose out on crucial Pro-grade features. Next, the iPhone 17 Pro is again touted to feature a vapor chamber. Here's why that'd be a major deal. A vapor chamber has been rumored again. A few months back, we heard that the iPhone 17 series may add a vapor chamber to help reduce overheating, and now another source has repeated these allegations and even offered some proof. Leaker Majin Buu claims to have learned from an internal source that both the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max would contain a vapor chamber. This will apparently be a Pro-exclusive improvement, which is in contrast with the prior leak, which pointed to all 4 models having a vapor chamber. In any event, we take this new tip with a grain of salt, since Boo has a checkered track record, but they've included a photograph of what they believe is part of a vapor chamber designed for these forthcoming phones. That apparently leaked picture combined with the fact that numerous sources have now referenced a vapor chamber hints that at least some iPhone 17 models may likely be receiving this improvement. Keeping it cool. In layman's words, a vapor chamber should be able to cool these phones more efficiently than the graphite sheets utilized for heat dissipation in existing iPhones. A vapor chamber is a tiny metal chamber filled with liquid, and that liquid converts to vapor as it warms up, enabling the heat to disperse throughout the chamber's surface area. It operates as a technique of drawing heat away from interior components, which has various benefits. For one thing, this minimizes damage to components from overheating, but it should also lessen the need for thermal throttling, that is, performance reductions to cool the phone down. So, even if you're working the iPhone 17 Pro hard with gaming or other demanding apps, it should be able to keep reasonably cool and sustain its performance better. This should also make the phone more energy efficient, so battery life might be increased too. Clearly, there are a lot of potential benefits to a vapor chamber, so we hope this leak proves correct. We should find out in September, since that's when the iPhone 17 series is slated to appear. On the other hand, the iPhone 17 is still a few months away, but it seems like Apple is doing a lot to guarantee this phone is one of the greatest ever built. According to industry insiders speaking to ET News, this involves getting Samsung's newest and greatest M14 display panels. Bringing an M14 display to the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max isn't really news. Both iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max already have them. What's fascinating is that the same ET News reports that the whole iPhone 17 range will receive the Samsung-made screens, including the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air. Considering the display is one of the things we regularly complain about on non-Pro iPhones, the chance that they're receiving a much-needed improvement is rather intriguing. Especially given claims that the non-Pro variants may also feature an LTPO panel and a faster refresh rate than 60 Hz. The biggest benefit of M14 display panels is that they're substantially brighter, giving roughly 30% more light than an M13. This implies the iPhone 17 might provide screen brightness up to 3000 nits. The iPhone 16 was rated for up to 3000 nits of brightness, with our tests revealing it hit 1348 nits. So with up to 3000 nits on the table, there's plenty of scope for the iPhone 17 to improve. While brightness isn't something many people may consider when purchasing a new phone, there are several perks. The most evident being that you can plainly see what's on screen, no matter what the ambient light circumstances are. As someone who's frequently struggled to see my phone screen on a particularly sunny day, I find the rising brightness trend on newer phone displays to be a big help. It's also thought that increasing brightness might assist in minimizing eye strain because you're not strained to see what's occurring on your screen. Not to mention, Enhanced contrast ratio and viewing angles might substantially improve your regular phone usage. The Samsung M14 display in the iPhone 16 Pro also brought additional perks. This comprised a more robust panel construction, which enhanced its lifespan and strength, as well as higher power efficiency. Your phone's screen utilizes the great bulk of its battery power, so decreasing the energy required to operate it is always excellent. The iPhone 17 won't be due until later this year, with Apple probably presenting the new phones in September, as is the tradition. The iPhone 17 Pro Max, along with the rest of the iPhone 17 series, will presumably be launched in September of 2025. One source has expressly referred to a September debut for the iPhone 17 series, and Apple usually, without exception, announces its new phones around the first part of September, so we can be very certain of that much. Prior to the iPhone 16 series, Apple also normally revealed the phones on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but with the iPhone 16, it went with a Monday instead, so we can't be nearly as positive of the precise day as in prior years. Still, the second week of September is the most probable based on prior history, meaning either Monday, September 8, Tuesday, September 9, or Wednesday, September 10. Thursday or Friday is also plausible, although those aren't days we generally see Apple go for. Either way, pre-orders for the iPhone 17 Pro Max will most likely start on the Friday of the announcement week, so our best prediction for that is Friday, September 12, but a week earlier on Friday, September 5, is also plausible. And the phone will likely arrive on the following Friday, meaning presumably September 19, but potentially September 12. We haven't heard much about the iPhone 17 Pro Max pricing either, although supposedly Apple is contemplating hiking the price from the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That appears increasingly more possible given the persistent threat of tariffs. For perspective, the iPhone 16 Pro Max begins at $1,199/£1,199/2,149 Australian dollars, so it's probable that the iPhone 17 Pro Max will cost at least that much. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.